All right, welcome back, everybody. And in today's episode, we're just going to take a quick look around. Everything's kind of setting into place now. I'm going to try a little subdued lighting this time. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a walk around. I guess we'll start over here. And right now what we have is those 20 gallons with the plants in them. Right now I got the lights off, but I don't know if you can see. They actually, I think, are doing okay. I think they're gonna live and they might actually grow. The middle 20 is still doing good. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have a lot of reflections going on, but these guys are still doing good. I'll try to do this without any reflections. Now these guys, a couple of them actually had melted right at the stalk, but I grabbed them off the top floating around and shoved them back in, so they're back down in there and they're doing okay for now. The 90 is doing okay. Everybody's kind of hanging out. The blue light really makes these guys glow. The trumpet snails and shrimp are still just going crazy in here. But tonight we figured a little mood lighting, and we'll see how this goes. So what we ended up doing, let me take a quick walk around town here, and what we'll see if we can do is, right here we still got our Molly. Now this was the chubby female from the Molly tank, and we ended up, we did catch her and we put her in this Molly tank right here, which just has a bunch of little fry. Now I don't know if she actually added some, because I could have sworn that there's actually some little fry in there now that are really tiny, so she must be squirting them out a little bit here and there. Otherwise there's just a couple of black Molly fries still left over, and a couple of those light colored guys. And what we'll do is, let me skip over here real quick to the 135 that was fixed, which is still doing really good. All those guys are doing real awesome. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to try to shut this off just for a second. Let me see if I can do this without killing something. Oops. Hold on. Is it gonna work? Hold on 1 second. Yay. Wow, this is the hardest plug I've ever had. Okay, I'll tell you what. You guys can stay here for a second. Whoa. And stay right there for 1 second. Let me just close this. Okay, there we go. Now, let's back up a little bit. Okay, so what we did was we ended up taking all of the, we ended up taking all of the little Cory guys that were in here that had hatched from those eggs that were in the box last time. And every one of them came out and went now into the 125. So now, let me see if I can go this right a little better. So now the 125 is just gonna have all my Cory guys in there, which I gotta say, and I'm just gonna shut this white one off real quick here. Let's go like this. I get a purple going. Okay, I'm just gonna say, I am just a nervous wreck when it comes to these fish. I do not want to see any one of them die. You know what I mean? It's like terrible when that happens. So I'm so paranoid when I'm changing, putting them in different tanks and stuff. And if you look right now, you see every one of them that just don't move for 1 second. I'm like, oh my God, he's dead. And I got to go over there and like watch him for a minute until he starts moving. And I'm like, oh, thank God he's still alive. But so far, I got to say, I took all those little guys from that little 20 gallon. Let me see if I can get up here a little bit. I wish I was a little shorter. Maybe I could come down like this. And I put all those little guys from that 20 gallon in here. And I also took a bunch of those guys from this, the original Fry grow out tank that had a ton of them already, which you can see, there's still a ton of them in here that I didn't actually get to. So I'm gonna have to grab them. Where is he? See, there's a guy back there, there's a guy over there somewhere, there he is back there. Oh, there he is back there. And so there's still a bunch of these guys in here. He's very, like I said, I don't usually do the glow stuff because I feel like their eyes must be just totally freaking out right now. But here's my original Corys. Okay, the tank is a little cheesy in the front here, but these guys are pretty monstrous. Like I said, they're big, and I'm gonna try to get all of them also into this 125 here, because this will be our I told you I'm going to try to do that voyage to the bottom of the sea submarine down in here. And so these guys are, thank God, they're doing pretty good. So what I really wanted to show everybody, or actually make the video of, is, and then, so now those little tiny eggs that were in this breeder box now are in this little tank. And you're never going to see them because they're so friggin' tiny, but if you look around a little bit, let me see if I can find one. I'm never going to find one, but they're just little green slivers, like, and little yellow slivers. I don't know where we can see one, but they already burrowed themselves into the rocks and stuff. I'm looking up top here. It's hard to see. It's really hard to see them, but there's a ton of little guys that just got hatched, and they're now in this tank here, and I really wish I could see them moving around. They're in the rocks, hidden away so good. They look like those green stones, but if you just, they look like hair, like a green hair, and then all of a sudden it'll just move. But they definitely know how to burrow themselves into those rocks pretty good, I gotta say. So anyway, so that's where those guys went. So now this is a whole nother set of gonna be more Corys coming out of here. And what I wanted to do was, I actually wanted to, let me put everybody down for one more second. And what I'll do is I'll get this thing back online here. Okay, so what I wanted to show everybody was, my little brine shrimp setup. And let me see if I can back out a little bit. I guess not. Okay. So here's my little brine shrimp setup. Now, it's on a shelf thing. I don't know if you can see this, but it's just got, it's like those hangers up there. They're right there. The hangers. I don't know if there's one here, but anyway, it has holes. I made holes in the back so it would just hang right onto the hangers, like, you know, onto those little hangers. So anyway, so what it is it's just made out of plywood, thin plywood, because I want it to be light. And it's got some, I think they were like, you know, whatever, 1 liter tonic bottles or whatever they were. I just got 6 of them going. Drilled some, you know, holes with the big hole, whatever they call that, I forgot what they call, bore or whatever it is, a hole saw or whatever. So I did 6 of those. Also got these, let me see if I can lift this one up real quick. Okay, got those off of Amazon or eBay, those caps, the dual caps there. I think they're called like CO2 exchange caps or something like that. They're for hydroponics or something. But so what we have right now is I have just this little tiny baby pump there. Is running, believe it or not, right now usually what it does is it usually comes down and it goes to this manifold here, which is these 3, and then I have each little thing where I can shut them off or whatever, and then it also goes down with that little T to these 3, and you can see these 3 guys are actually going right now. And right now I have this side running this little tiny petri dish here, which is going to get cleaned out and all that. It's got a tiny little filter, so I'm going to get rid of that. But right now, I got these 3 going, and what we're going to do is I was going to make some brine shrimp, and I have this brine shrimp right here that I've used it a bunch of times, and it worked. You know, I watched a lot of videos, and some people say, you know, add baking soda, this and the other thing, but most of the ones I see is just like, it's almost like a 1-to-1 of just salt, regular table salt and brine eggs, and just so long as you got the water bubbling. And I think the temperature needs to be a little high. I forgot what it was. The guys, you know, I'm not, I don't do Celsius to Fahrenheit too good, but I think it's about 70 something degrees. Like, I'm guessing it's got to be 75 and over, but you could put a little lamp or something next to it. So what I got is I got these 3 guys going, and what we're going to do is we're just going to add some salt and some brine shrimp eggs, and we're going to see if we can hatch some shrimp in whatever 24 hours. So I just wanted to show you my little contraption here, and what I got is the air goes into the manifold. The manifold then splits into these 3 hoses, which run to 3 bottles. Same thing on this side, to the manifold, to the 3 hoses. Okay, so goes into the manifold, that's the air. Then I have on the other side of that manifold, on the other hose of the manifold, is just simply a drain with a valve. Okay, comes from here. So one side is getting the air, and the other side is when it's all done and ready to go. I shut my air off, and I pop open my valve, and here comes my liquid gold, or whatever those guys call it, right? So I just wanted to show, and so I have all 3. You know what I mean? Three drain, whatever you want to call them. 2 clear ones and a black one on each side, I think, because I ran out of stuff. But anyways, so that's my little brine shrimp setup, and that's about it for today. I guess it was a quick one. All right, later, everybody.